Join discord.gg/flatearth and enter a check-in room. Someone will come along and verify you to get involved in the conversation about our Earth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
As you grew older, right, you acquired knowledge. You appreciated it. You liked it. You acquired more knowledge. And then all of a sudden, at a certain point, you start thinking you know better than whoever made this world. You got it all figured out because you learned this knowledge from those guys, right? Not from the creator himself, but from that guy and this guy and that guy's idea over there. Then all of a sudden,
what creator?
God
What
owes you
creator?
something, right?
Creator. Show
Whoever
me
made
your
this
creator.
world owes you something, right? He
Stop
owes
making ridiculous claims, son.
nothing to
Stop
anyone.
making ridiculous claims. Stop making ridiculous claims on one book against all the other books on in the world. All the other books.
What
Yeah,
about
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about those books. Okay, let me tell you something about all those other
religion?
books. All those other books say things like the earth is a ball. Say things like there are
You are
aliens that
blind.
made
You are
us. That's what all
blind
those other
to the
books say.
changes
Are
of
those books any
different
better?
roads. You are blind to the
Right?
changes of
I'm
different roads and different ways of the world. You just take yours that you've been told as correct.
Hey,
There's so
that's
many
my
others,
right.
and
That's my right as a human being that's experiencing this life. If I see something is not a ball and it looks flat and I say it's flat, then it is flat. If I read
no,
something
no,
and I
no, it's
agree
not.
with
No,
it,
no,
then I
no, no,
agree
no, no,
with
no,
it. And
no,
if
no,
you
no,
think
no,
that
no,
I'm
you're
wrong because I
your
agree with this
bullshit
book
little
and
belief.
I think
Your
you're wrong
bullshit
because you
little
agree with
belief.
another book, then we're
Just
both
a
wrong,
filibuster hour?
right?
Holy smokes,
And it's
guys.
okay for
We're just
us
gonna get the
to
mutes
both
out.
be wrong.
Yeah,
Holy
just mute both.
smokes. Sorry,
Right.
It's
Bong.
okay for us.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you got to let the conversation breathe a little, you know?
It's flat. Then it's wrong.
Hold
It's
on,
not.
General.
Okay, well, I can introduce Shady, General.Shady. Me and him go back a long way. There's kind of been a touch and go. We've gone, I'd say we're like a roller coaster. You go through
Yeah,
all the
we've been
loops.
through things. I like you though. We go up
Yeah,
and
I like
down.
it
But
too.
Hold on, friends, fair. But the problem is that if you talk through each other, we only have so much bandwidth and gates. So when General Shady tries to talk through Bong, all we hear is womp, 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 womp. So one of you has to yield to the other. Otherwise, nobody's going to hear anything. We're not hearing what
So-
General Shady's saying. We're really not hearing what Bong's saying. We're hearing nothing but blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me say what I have to say, and then you can respond.
20-second chat, and then it'll let someone have a go, and 20 whatever bounce back. Not just keep rambling.
I'm not rambling. I've been sitting here listening to the conversation, and I've decided to say something. And as soon as I say something, you wonk wonk
I get
wonk
it.
me, and then now we're just wonk wonking each other. Like,
Yeah, no.
Because we're trying to get away from the boring
I think
stuff.
I already forgot. I forget what I'm trying to say. Like, damn it! We don't even look. We thought the Earth was a ball. Okay, we just
The Earth
figured
is
out
a ball.
that it's not a ball. Okay,
It is a
so
ball.
there's your
Oh my
there's
god.
all you right there. Like, and now you think you can question all these other things. We're still trying to figure out the basics here.
No,
Right.
we're not trying to figure out the basics. This is the thing. This is a backward-forward conversation, right? We're not trying to figure out the basics. The Earth is a ball. We have satellites in space. We send probes out. We have astronomy.
There's no fucking curvature.
All kinds of
There's
things.
absolutely no fucking evidence for curvature. You can't just
the
say
line,
shit
sir, is the
because people told you shit because you saw it on Star Wars. Because you saw it on that.
I regret unmuting you, Bong. I'm sorry. But General, is there something that we can start with instead of just scattergunning 15 things at once? Could we start with one thing that we could potentially confirm that is true? Why don't we start with one thing in particular instead of spamming 15 things?
The globe.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so the globe. So hold on.
The ocean is flat and level. That's very obvious.
No.
All right.
No, flat and level are two different things, and this is where you misinterpret things.
Hold on. All right, Bong. I'm sorry, buddy. But General, so the globe is the claim. So let's drill into that claim. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Flat and level are two different things.
Okay, well, let's talk about the globe. So the globe.
What's the difference between flat and level? What's the difference between flat and level then?
Flat is a straight line in a direction, whereas level.
I wouldn't agree with that.
level on the planet is sea level, right?
Okay.
It's a certain distance from the radius, from the center.
So curved water.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's that?
You can deny it all you want, mate. You can deny it all you want. You've been
No, I'm
given
not
evidence.
denying. I'm just asking. Just asking. Where is this curved water?
No one's denying anything. No one's denying
It's been
anything.
given
We just
to
need.
you endlessly. All right.
Sorry, where?
Why are we muting each other, man? I was talking and I didn't even know I was muted until I checked. Why are we doing this? Am I not welcome here to this? Is that it?
No, I'm being challenged. They're trying to push me and question me. So sorry if that takes away from. I'll
it's
give
like
some time.
it's like speed dating. You two weren't. Y'all's date wasn't working out. Put it that way. But anyway, you said there was curved water. So, General, where is this curved water?
It's actually a very good comparison. I like that one. That was good.
So you said there was curved water. Sea level is curved water. So where is this curved water?
Across the surface of the ocean, and
the ocean. Okay, the ocean. So is this happening in lakes also, or just oceans?
Everything's curved.
So also like swimming pool, like a cup of water, a sink, bathtub. Those are all curved as well.
Yep.
Okay. So how do you determine that? How can we verify that that's really happening?
So there's one test that it was with tow tanks, all right, that do ship hull testing, and they have to be extremely accurate, right? Because if they're running it over a long,
for people who don't know, what is a tow tank, and how does that verify the water in my swimming pool is curved like a hill?
It's a ship hull testing tank that runs down the length of maybe a kilometre or two, and they run the ship hull on a jig on rails above the tank to test the efficiency of the hull and everything else, how it performs in water. Now, when they build a tow tank, I think there's one in England. There's many around the world, like a few hundred or more, but some of the longest ones are, I think, 1.8 or 2 point something kilometers. The rails on the tank are actually curved to follow the curve of the Earth, so that the
Wait.
yeah,
this isn't verifying the water in my swimming pool or my bathtub is curved like a hill.
Laugh all you want and deny.
General, I'm not laughing. I'm asking you a question. So
I laughed.
The construction.
I laughed, CB. He was pointing out that I laughed, mate.
Well, the engineers actually stated as they built the tank. So if you want to argue with the engineers that built it, then go ahead and laugh.
I have no issue with that. They can construct things however they want, but this doesn't verify the physics of water.
Yes, it does, because the
no, it doesn't. I'm just curious how that tow tank is verifying the water in my swimming pool or a bathtub or a cup of water is curved in a hill.
Can I finish?
You told us about the tow tanks, but you haven't addressed the water part, General.
Can you let me finish, or you just want to keep talking?
I'm just trying to clarify so you understand what we're asking for, because you're not providing it. Holy smokes. Just trying to ask you to clarify, because you're not really providing what we're asking for here.
You're really being disrespectful and not being very nice. I've been asked to do this correctly, and
I feel like I'm being as respectful as I can be.
All right. Now, if you want to argue with the engineers that produce these tow tanks, then go for it. But the geodetic surveying of the tow tanks and the curvature put into the rails that tow the ships is fact. It has a curve in it that matches the curve.
Awesome. So sorry, CB, before you go on. So that would be in every single bridge and dam as well then. Anything that contains water, there will be a curvature in the engineering.
You didn't want to be interrupted, General, so let's chill out. Let's not have double standards.
No, that's straw manning.
It's not straw man. Hold on. It's not straw man. I'm building upon your premise. You said that this piece of engineering requires curvature of the Earth because it's got water in it. So I'm trying to point out everything else that's engineered, like a dam. Because if you say it is here, then it must be there too.
No, No, because it's not required in the level of a dam over that distance. The
What
technical
distance? I'm giving you a distance, mate.
the technical specifications to run a ship hull in water at the scale they're doing means it has to follow the curve of the Earth because the water is curved. I didn't say a dam has to be curved to follow this or that. I'm saying a tow tank, when they're doing model testing of ship
Brilliant.
over a long
Excellent.
distance.
I get your point now. I get your point now. So thank you for sharing your point. The one that I'm trying to elucidate is if you say it's this piece of engineering, then it must be other pieces of engineering to do with water too and dams. But we can move away from this if you want. CB isn't asking you for this. He's asking you for the water that is curving, not engineering around it.
Right. Well, you basically just told us the claim, like you just repeated the claim. Well, the water is curved; it follows the curve of the Earth. Well, we haven't verified that to be the case.
So I told you that.
You just told us about
asking
the
me for-
tow tanks
you're
and
asking
constructing
me for-
materials and buildings. We're asking you about the water. You said the water in a cup of water, a sink of water, a bathtub, swimming pool. These are all also curved up into a convex, call it a hill, if you will. You talking
Yes,
about
sir.
things going on with a tow tank doesn't verify that. So you would need to either measure that somehow, not just infer. All right, General, I'm sorry, buddy. You don't want to be interrupted, but I prefer not to be interrupted as well. So if you can't control yourself, we'll control you for you. So we're looking for how the water in your home is curved. How are you determining that? Not just by inference.
How am I determining what?
Oh, holy smokes, the thing I've been asking you for, maybe for the last 5 minutes.
How am I determining what?
The thing we've been asking you for the last 5 minutes.
State it.
What did you just go on and tell us about tow tanks for then?
State it. Stop playing games and state it.
You just told us about tow tanks and you don't remember why.
Yeah, the curvature of the water. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're asking you about.
The engineers actually incorporate it and state that they incorporate it.
But you're just incorporating the claim. You haven't verified that the claim is true. So
Are you going to talk with me again like a bitch instead of stopping?
Hold on. We'll just stop you because we're asking about the water.
Let me try to rephrase that question a little bit more, like in good faith.
He knows the question. He's just not answering it.
No, but I think there is a different way to ask the question.
Hang on, Corey.
Hear it. Please shut up. You asked me for a fucking answer, and I'm trying to give it to you, and
you're not answering.
The geodetic surveyors that incorporate the curvature of the Earth for the...
Sorry, you just keep repeating this over and over. They're incorporating the claim. You haven't verified the claim to be true, General. You're just stating that they use the claim, so the claim has to be true. Sorry, it doesn't work that way.
All right, so you're just denying and talking over me to deny.
Denying, you're just stating a claim.
Let's go to another one, son. Right? Let's go to a fucking physically proven item. Let's go to a physically proven item that uses curvature of the Earth in its engineering. The channel.
Okay.
The channel tunnel.
Oh, sorry. The channel tunnel did not have curvature in. Did you want to speak to an Englishman about this? Hold on. Do you want to speak to an Englishman about this? Lived in and has family that were involved in it? You're going to be walking up the wrong hill, mate.
And the geodetic surveying for it, and understand that they allowed for curvature.
But there's nothing to deny. I'm sorry, General. There's nothing. You haven't presented anything to deny. You're simply stating that they've incorporated my claim. Therefore, my claim is true. You haven't verified any claim to be true yet. You haven't showed any curved water. You're just saying, well, the engineers incorporated my claim, so therefore my claim is now true. Let us know when you actually have evidence for the... You can put it on the table. We can all discuss it.
Drawings of the channel tunnel and ask the engineers if they allowed for fucking curvature of the Earth, and they did.
You're not able to present this curved water. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. You're not able to present any of this curved water. It doesn't exist.
Go and look it up.
Yeah, don't need to look it up.
About the radius.
It's just simple. Let's just finish this. Water doesn't do what you're saying. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Water doesn't curve in a cup like you said it does. Doesn't curve in a sink. in a bathtub. You've never seen this. You never will. You're never going to measure it. It doesn't do this in natural bodies of water either. Lakes, oceans, ponds. You're just, you have a belief, my friend. You don't see hills of water in reality. Go ahead, guys.
Engineering doesn't help because we're just going to point out lots of other things, like I said, dams earlier, where engineers, we can go and fucking ask them and actually look at the structure itself, hasn't got any curvature in it. So we can fucking bat this one around all day. You say these ones have got curvature in it, we say those ones haven't got curvature in it. It's not going to help. We're looking for direct measurement of the curvature of the Earth, not engineers presupposing that they've got an R value to fucking build around.
Go ahead, Bong. Before I unmute him. No? All right.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Or
we
Okay,
did.
sorry,
We did.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Sorry, 2 seconds. I will just give you a damn. Go look it up. Another
Are
piece
you
of
too
engineering.
quick?
Go look it
Are
up.
you too
It's not
quick? Are you
curvature in
too
it. Why are you
sweet?
still talking?
You're too
Why are you still
sweet.
talking?
You're too sweet.
It's
Why are
okay.
you still talking?
You don't have to be mad, Shady.
You won't go and look it up yourself.
We did.
You are
We've been doing it for longer than you.
I live in Kent. I watched the Channel Tunnel. Hold on. I watched the Channel Tunnel be built. But ultimately, we can do this all day. I can point to a dam, go ask the engineers, no R value in the construction. So your point is disputed by my point. Hold on, my friends. Why are you now talking? I'm just going to get to the crescendo of my point. I'm just going to push it in really hard.
All right, in general.
All right, so shut up. Shut up. We're looking for direct measurement of the surface of the water. Do you know what a triangle is?
He's
What,
muted.
100 meters across? I'm not even going to look
know-
at it. Now go and
do you know
look
what
at
a
the fucking engineering,
Yeah. Do you know what a triangle is?
and it actually accounts for the curvature of the Earth. Go and look at it.
Awesome.
Cool, bro.
Research it
There is
yourself.
no curve of the Earth, so
You won't even research it yourself.
we already have Ding Dong.
I have.
He's asking you a question about triangles
have.
now. Focus.
Do you know what a triangle is?
Oh no, mate! It's got 8 sides, doesn't it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know what you know, so I just want to get a clarification. You understand what a triangle is? 3 straight lines made at 3 vertices where you can read 180 degrees within the interior of the triangle, yes?
I'm far
This is why you're not going to last very long.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
You think the Earth's flat, so
You know what?
obviously I'm smarter than you.
Hold on.
General, you're just
You know
coping
what-
at this
hold
point.
on. You know what a triangle is, don't you, mate? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. 3 straight lines meeting at 3 vertices where you can read 180 degrees within the interior angles, yes?
Not specifically, no.
No, do you know a different type of triangle?
Spherical triangle,
Yeah,
no.
365 degrees.
If it's a spherical triangle, no.
There's no
A
such thing.
spherical triangle. There's no such thing as a spherical triangle. I can draw a circle and put 3 points on it.
Spherical surface, dude. A triangle placed on a spherical surface.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I don't care about spherical triangles because they're not even involved in celestial navigation.
You don't care because it fucking destroys you. It destroys
There is no
you.
spherical surface in reality, General. It's not destroying anything.
Geodetic surveyors use spherical triangles, right?
Oh, they don't use curved water. So your
Yes, I do.
point
Yeah,
number
they do.
1, you got.
They do, and you lose
There's
again.
no
You're
curved water.
denying.
You can't show. There's nothing to deny. You haven't shown anything. You're just saying that people incorporate the claim.
No. Excuse me. Let's talk about hundreds of thousands, if not
You can't
millions.
show curved water. Period. General. You said it's in a cup, a bathtub, a swimming pool. You can't show that. You can't show that. It doesn't exist. There's nothing to deny.
Stop being cowards and let me talk.
I'm not a coward.
Oh,
Stop
bro.
being.
You're just wrong.
You're just a stubborn old fart.
I'm wrong.
Okay? Like,
I'm
stop.
wrong. Right.
Yes, you're
I
wrong. Water in a cup does not curve into a hill.
I want you immediately to go to geodetic surveying, right?
Yeah, no problem. We'll
Work
do.
out
What we'll
and-
do
and
is
have
we'll
a
watch them measure the Earth to be flat and then assert that R value in afterwards because the Earth's a ball, right? But what they'll do is they'll measure the Earth to be flat and then put the R value in. That's what they do.
You can't deal with spherical excess.
There is no sphere.
There's no sphere, mate.
Spherical axis. You can't deal
Do you
with
know
it.
what a triangle is? Wait, my Aussie friend, do you know what a triangle is? Yes, you do,
You know
right?
what
Not a
spherical
spherical triangle. Dudes, come on. Just a normal triangle, mate. Just a
You
normal
know
triangle.
what spherical axis is? I can
Do you know
outdo
what?
you.
I can't.
Yes, the triangle is flat. Do you know what spherical axis is, mate?
No, triangle's flat. This guy.
Do you know what spherical axis is?
There's no sphere.
Why
Doesn't matter.
What? Why
Yes,
aren't you
there is.
following?
You'd have to prove there's a sphere first, ding dong. You don't just jump to other things.
You're a rude fuckwit who can't deal with reality, and it's sad. It's
What?
sad.
You think there's hills of water in a cup in a pool? Chill, relax.
This is fun. Ask him what a woman is.
No, he's just, he's just here to yell at
This
us.
is about the educational level of the United
General,
States.
you shouldn't be talking about education. You think hills of water exist, my friend.
The level is so low. It's
just let us know when you can find any hills of water. So
things, but you don't. You think you're educated, but you're not.
No, we're educating you at this point, General. So
you're not educating anyone.
Yeah, we're teaching you that the hills of water don't exist.
Why are you?
Okay, General. Why don't you
you're
try?
educated, but you're not? What kind of
Why
comments?
don't you try the skeptical
Where
approach?
does that come from?
Why don't you try the skeptical approach? Like, let's go back to the toe tanks.
Hang on. I know, Corey. Yeah, you're very new to this platform. I don't know if you know how we do things here, but new people interjecting into a conversation we're having with people who think the Earth is a globe is not something that we do here. So just you might want to hang tight because we have information.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries, dude. No, just what I'm mean to say is just hang tight. You'll listen to how we do things, but it's an open forum, let's say. But in certain conversations, not in this one. In this one, we let the people who have been doing this a while kind of have the conversation with the new people, like this Corey fellow. But I know you might have your ideas and that's okay. But you can just listen to when we're talking, and you'll get an idea of like where we're coming from. Like this forum, it's not like every other forum. That's why I'm kind of telling you this now. So, but just let us handle it. We'll show you what's going on, and then you can see like, oh, that's the reason why he said that. But anyway. We do have people that are taking control of the conversation, which right now I think by assessing this older gentleman who's been in here, General.E.Shady, it sounds like he's a bit tipsy. He's a few sheets to the wind, let's say. So it's very hard for him to follow the conversation that we're talking with him. So he's over talking other people, other moderators and such. So I don't know if you guys want to continue to have the conversation with him, although it's good content. But it's going to be a drunken person versus coherent information. So I don't know, guys. You're going to have to weigh that one out, like whether or not you want to unmute him.
That is him to a T. He's always like it. That's what he sounds like even when he's sober.
Exactly.
I think we should talk about water not being curvature. I mean level not being curved. Yeah, I think that has to be straightened out because this guy is just blatantly spreading misinformation here.
Yeah, no doubt, Bong. I agree with you. But the thing is, the level that we're dealing with right now is somebody who's not in their coherent, sober mindset. We're going to be dealing with somebody who's all over the place, stepping all over our conversation and getting us frustrated. And we already know he's coming from that place. So do we want to unmute him and continue the conversation knowing that is what I'm asking? Because then we're going to be like, oh, he's not listening to us and blah, 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 blah.
Let's do that until, it reaches its limit and then we can mute him. I mean, I think.
Oh, that's fine with me, man. But I'm just letting you guys know for the audience's sake, because they're going to be hearing a blur. That's what happened to you in the beginning, Bong. He was blurring over what you were saying. You were blurring over what he was saying because he doesn't know how to control his.
Yeah, I think it's because he was drinking. Yeah, probably why.
Yeah,
it's all right.
No, that's right. Yeah, but now that we know, it's what I'm saying. Moving forward,
In his defence, if I may, look, he's an Aussie larrikin and he likes to get his point across. Look, there's many of us here in Australia that are very similar to him. I get where he's coming from. It is quite amusing to listen to the Americans try and decipher the craziness that goes on in the Australian round. But it's quite entertaining. And look, he's not that bad. He's being very polite compared to what he normally is at Gems. He is very rude over there. So that's all I can say to you. Like, honestly, guys, look, put up with whatever you can. But yeah, he's pretty. Look, he's all right. He's a Queenslander. I'm a Queenslander. He's a Queenslander. So we're doing all right.
Well, yeah, thanks for weighing in, One Big Pun. But yeah, we could see that now. But like I said, we can unmute him, CB, if you want to move forward, knowing that it's going to be hard for him to kind of keep his temperament when you're talking too, because he was just over talking you. So. Saying how dumb you are, and
if me and him are on if our speed date isn't working out, someone else can slide in. But I'll just finish with a point that I posted in the chat. I have a basket of just a bunch of cables, right? A bunch of loose cables, wires, cords. Basically, what people on the globe have to do is just try and connect these random cords to each other. Spherical access to geodetic surveys and blah 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 blah. But the problem is, none of these are connected into the wall. Nothing's getting any power. So there's absolutely no foundation to any of these claims. So what we're trying to do is get you guys to build upon a foundation. Is the water really curved? Can you prove that? If so, then we can move forward. But you don't just get to just randomly connect points that don't connect to anything. So you need a foundation to build upon.
That'd be great. I can ask him some questions and see what happens. What becomes of it anyway. Let me see here. See if he's still talking with us. General Tipsy, are you there?
Number one, right? I hear it. I do. Right. Hang on, let me talk. I'm a bit grumpy here and there, and I am a bit forward here and there. That's agreed. Please. I have a speech impediment from a jaw problem I have. Right? Yes, I've had about 3 bourbons. I'm not fucking wasted. Everyone thinks I'm drunk because of my slurred speech, and I can't help it. Okay? My attitude is generally me.
General, we understand that there's been a miscommunication, right? So I'm just saying, I'm clearing the air right now so that we can have what you're doing right now, talking over me. That's what you've been doing to the other moderators, and I won't put up with it. So you need to stop talking. You need to stop talking when I'm talking. You're not going to do it again. So you're reaching the limit of this server. You're not going to overtalk the moderator. So you will wait until we're done, and then you can speak. That's how this works. If you can't do that, then anybody else that talks to you, it doesn't matter if it's a moderator or not, you're not going to be able to hold a conversation. Okay, that being said, I'd like to get back to the topic. Somebody's mic is open and it's scratching. Guys, check. All right.
All right. I didn't mean to overstep you. What I was saying is, I do have a speech impediment, and it fucking annoys me.
You said that. You said that. We understand now that you said it. You've said it once. We understand. Let's move forward, okay? But that doesn't give you the right to then interject somebody. So that's all I'm saying.
I want my name returned, please.
What was it?
General.E.Shady.
Okay. Somebody really please return this guy's name back.
I do understand how it comes across. I do. Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, thank you, One Big Pun. Let's go back from the beginning. As you entered the server, you already know what we were talking about here, so we got that out of the way. But let's kind of go from the place of where you think you have, your information about the Earth being a globe, right? So you know it's a globe, or do you think it's a globe, General?
No, I pretty much 99.99999, but it's a globe. I grew up with a science background and understanding astronomy. Who's laughing? Okay. Who the fuck wants to laugh?
Why in the world would you be 100% sure of anything?
I'm done now. Who wants to laugh?
Oh my God. Dude, who cares about what the audience is doing? Stay focused to what we're talking about. because people are going to say things, they're going to do things that shouldn't distract you from the point, General. Stay focused.
And I say things and do things that shouldn't distract you from the point either. Okay?
Yeah, interjecting me well.
Still on point.
Interjecting me well, so don't do that. All right, so now I'm going to ask you. That's fine. Let me ask you some questions then. All right, because you do have a knowledge right now that the Earth is a globe. So we're going to be going on the premise that, okay, if the Earth is a globe, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and they're fairly easy, right, to answer if you know the Earth's globe. So the very first question I want you to think about is, who has directly measured the curvature of the Earth, directly measured it, right, with drop over distance as the measurement? Who has measured the curvature of the Earth with drop over distance? Go ahead, General.
You mean drop over, like the curve of from the horizon or something?
That's correct. Well, you pretty much get the idea from what you just said.
Something like that, you know?
Right.
That cool?
Yeah, drop over distance.
All right. Geodetic surveyors would be number 1.
Okay, can we dig into that? Let's just dig into that for a second. What is your knowledge? What is your knowledge on geodetic surveying? Like, as in pertaining to the drop over distance, in regards to drop over distance for the Earth being a globe. So, expound on that, please.
The entire Americas at one point were surveyed by geodetic surveyors from the East Coast to the West Coast, I believe. And it's where a lot of I'm Australian, so I don't understand America entirely, right? Please forgive me.
Okay. No, go ahead.
When you get out into the West, I believe Idaho and areas like that, there are a lot of straight roads. They put in just dead straight roads through the area, correct?
I'm not going to state anything. I want you to finish your foundational information. So I won't answer you yes or no on your answers. This isn't. Let me just state real quick. When I'm asking you this question, it's for your baseline knowledge of what you know, how the method by which they've understood that drop over distance is a reality.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So when they've done the grid system on the northern US states, and the grid system was actually incorporated into the road network. Now, every so often, they had to actually do a step-over road where it didn't line up correctly, because the roads were dead straight. So the roads step over here and there. And that's one of the things that they actually did on the northern flat plains of America, I believe.
What is your idea of step over? What does that mean? Step over.
Where the road is not square. Like if we're on a flat surface, the road would be like a chessboard kind of thing. But because we're on a curved surface, it's the same as our longitudinal lines. They get tighter towards the poles. So as you go further north in the States, all your east and west lines run dead straight. All the roads east and west are virtually dead straight. But all the connecting roads running north-south actually every so often have a step over in them to adjust to go north. And that's fact.
Okay, so is that the end of your statement? Because I want you to finish. Is this the answer to my question? When I asked you the question, I'll restate it just so you can bring back the understanding. Right. So the question was, who has measured the curvature of the Earth directly, as in drop over distance? So what we're trying to ascertain right here in this question is the drop over the distance of, let's say, point. Let me just finish, General. Let's say point A and point B over the distance of an arc. So if I'm standing at point A and you move away from me, you become point B. So how do they know point B has an arc over that distance? And we need to know how the method by which they've gathered that the Earth is curving at the set rate that they claim it to be. So the claim right now is that the Earth is curving. But we want to find out direct measurement over drop over distance.
Right. So when they're doing those, the east and west lines are virtually straight. They actually curve, but they're a straight line. When they go north, I have to step to get back in to step. Geodetic surveyors have spherical excess. When you do triangulation across land, you end up with a spherical excess.
Sir,
and do
you know the difference between presenting claims and presenting the evidence? Because you're just presenting the claim back to us. We're looking for the evidence. Because when Miggy asked you, what do you know? When he asked you, what is your knowledge about drop over distance, you just said, well, I know, sir, put the bourbon down for a second. He asked you, oh, well, I can make you do that. I wouldn't be so quick. All right, well, holy smokes, dude. He asked you for your knowledge, and you just stated, well, this is a fact. So you're just pointing out the claims. We're asking you for evidence or what you know to be true. How do you know it? We're not looking for just you to repeat the claims back to us. Thank you very much.
I don't have to provide you with every fucking single thing. You can go and look it up yourself.
Yeah, but hang on, General. This is the issue. Right? This is the issue right now. When you are asked for the question that I asked you and CB clarified, it's not about the claim. It's about how you verify that claim is true. So this is what we're talking about right now. So that's what CB's saying. That's what I'm on board with. We're of the same mind when it comes to, it's not about the claim. That's what you've heard. That's probably what most people hear, right? When they listen to people talk about spherical excess. We don't care. We want to know how that has been verified to be the measurement of directly the Earth's curvature, right? So I know we want to unmute him. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When he's asking you, you don't just say like, well, it's a fact.
Dude,
you're just stating a claim. We need the evidence.
Talking on me again. I'm just being unmuted. Shut the fuck up.
All right, go back, General, focus. I need you to focus if you're going to have this conversation with us, or we're not going to have it. How about that? I'm going to unmute you. If you lose your focus, we're not going to have it, and it's just going to demonstrate to everybody that you don't know. I'd rather not that be the case. Rather you tell us how you know that spherical excess is a demonstration of how we know drop over distance is a way we've been directly measuring the surface curvature. So you stated a claim, right? Spherical excess. Now I need you to tell me how you know spherical excess is a great way to measure the curvature of the Earth. Because I'm going to just say this.
You just shut up.
All right. So
I don't have to lose a debate if I get banned.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're in here telling people who can shut you up. Why are you telling them to shut up, dude? You've been here. You've had the floor to speak. You've had the floor to speak. You're just not. You're not even trying to answer the questions. We asked you, how do you know this? How is it true? You said, well, it's a fact. Cool. We know that's what you believe. We're not asking for your beliefs here, buddy. We're looking to either prove what you're saying to be true, or we're going to debunk it. So.
Yeah. So what do you have to say about the question?
Stop, please. I keep getting unmuted, and then everyone else keeps talking over me when I stop talking.
We need the evidence. We need the evidence, General.
I posted a link in the live stream voice text.
He's
General,
not gonna look at that. He can barely hold a conversation. He's not gonna look at.
Yeah.
He can barely put the bourbon down.
I just want you to go to this. Yeah, I just want you to go to this page, all right, and then go down to the formula. There's an R. There's an R there. Okay, that R is radius. Okay, that's what we've been asking you about since you came in here, right? How do we know the radius, and how do we verify the radius so we can do this spherical math? See, yeah, that exists. That math exists. But where's this curvature? Where's this radius? How was it measured? Who did it?
Yeah.
Why hasn't NASA done it? Yeah, that's what we're asking.
He gets. Listen, the guy gets the plot. He knows. So anything other than him responding to the question that I asked him is going to result in probably cognitive dissonance. You're going to sit in cognitive dissonance. It's up to you. You don't have to. You can stay here. If you just, I'm going to unmute you now. If anybody server mutes you again, I'm just going to throw you in cog dis. There's no reason why we have you here anymore. You become useless. You don't know. So please focus. Okay, this is the last time. I personally, if somebody red mutes you, I'm gonna throw you in cog desk, and you'll just sit there. I'm not gonna deal with this. So, going back to the question, right? We're gonna try to find out if you know how this has been ascertained to be the evidence for drop over distance, which you mentioned spherical axis, right? I'm gonna allow you to tell us how spherical axis relates to us measuring drop over distance. Go ahead.
Really?
General?
So,
Yeah, go
spherical
ahead.
access is done by geodetic surveyors. Over long distances, there is a discrepancy in triangulation, where triangles don't actually meet 180 degrees. This means the surface we're measuring it on isn't flat, it curves.
All right, so that is the claim as it was stated to you before. That's the claim that you have heard yourself. Everybody's heard this, right? How did you verify that that is true? My thing to you is like, yeah, that's great. You're just a person who believes it. You just believe it. How did you know that that's exact? How do you know that's true? How did you verify it? No, go ahead.
By talking to geodetic surveyors and navigators.
Daddy told me.
Okay.
You are not listening, and you.
That's not verification. That's not
you just finished saying you talked to a geodetic surveyor, right? You talked to a geodetic surveyor. I'm just restating what you said. You listen, dude. I'm just restating what you said. I'm saying that you're saying that you saying. Hang on, General. Hang on. You're just saying. If you get the red mic, you're gone, bro. I'm serious. I'm not gonna deal with this. Listen. So you're basically fucking hell, dude. You're gonna let me talk, or else I'm gonna just kick you.
No, don't kick him. Let me give him another funny surname.
Basically, no, this motherfucker's gone. Like, yeah, he's not letting me talk. I'm just gonna remove you. So check this out. Listen. You finished saying that geodetic surveying is something that spherical access, and we heard the claim already. This is the second time that I've heard you restate it. Now that you've restated that, and you said the only thing that I can do is listen to the geodetic surveyor tell me this information, that's how I know that there's spherical access. What I'm asking, though, is how did you verify what he is saying about spherical axis? How do you know that's true? Are you just going based on his word that it's true? Or did you check it out?
Can I talk now?
Please.
Well, please let me finish what I start, and without jumping.
Hearing you.
Go.
Geodetic surveyors are well known around the world for making fucking long distance items, like the channel, like fucking tunnels through the Alps, like subterranean, like the subway tunnels and all that.
Just name stuff.
You're not answering the question.
Hang on. I was talking. Can someone?
Yeah, you're not answering. We hear you waffling. Yes, we hear you talking.
Look, you're trying to pitch the competence of geodetic surveyors. Who gives a shit? Let me ask you a question. How do you verify what you are being told is true? That's the question.
Because it works.
Oh, okay. So he just believes. He hasn't verified anything. He's a believer. He has a strong faith.
What do you mean by it works?
Can I ask a question back, please?
What's that fallacy? I'm trying to think of it right now.
No, it's called appeal to pragmatism fallacy.
Appeal to pragmatism. That's what this is.
Can I ask a question back? What is your
No, don't turn this around. This isn't you're not gonna ask us a question.
I can ask a question back.
No,
I can't ask
because you didn't state how you know. Listen,
no, you can't.
You didn't state how you know and verify that what the geodetic surveyors are doing with spherical access to measure the drop over distance or any way, shape, or form verified by you. You didn't do that.
I did. I said because they built.
You just said you believe.
They built the Channel Tunnel and some other things, and many other engineering items, like even the great what is it, the gorgeous dam in China.
Hey, awesome! And they built these things, and
they took Spherical.
Okay, so that's the claim. How did you verify that is true?
That's the third time.
How did you verify it's not?
Because I read the documents. You should too.
Oh my god.
Reverse the question.
Look. See,
listen, if you make a positive claim and someone denies or challenges your positive assertion, you can't shift the burden to the party denying or challenging your positive assertion.
Little Witless is here. He ran away from me 100
Stop
times.
talking about other things and address what's been talked about.
You're sprinting away from that knowledge claim again. So.
Away from me
It's okay, buddy. We know you have a strong
crush
belief.
on Witsit. Cut it out, man. Gay.
Well, someone needs to shut the fuck up.
Okay, you can. Yeah, you can. How about that?
What's so funny is that they do this thing where they like accuse us of running away, but we come back every day and debate them. So that doesn't make any sense. Like if we're running away, why are we here every day?
So, Crypto, I have a question. Does appeal to pragmatism something as considered like what he said? Because that was the basis of his knowledge. It's like it works. That's
Yeah, I mean, you can use an appeal to pragmatism to justify all manner of immoral things. Like you could say, well, I don't know, the reason that someone hits their wife. Does that mean you should? I mean, it's...
That's it. Does it work?
Well, that's the point, right? You can justify any level of immoral or illogical shit with an appeal to pragmatism.
So that's the basis of his knowledge of the curvature of the Earth directly measured based on appealing to these characters, right? These geodetic surveyors. And then, because they're doing this great work with the Earth, then he's going to say, because it works, therefore we know that there's curvature measured directly.
Right. We spent about 5 minutes on the debate. I was debating him, and literally his entire point against me was that he was just calling me stupid. That was like for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It only works because they make spherical transforms, right? They literally use the R value. They use spherical coordinate systems, astronomical spherical coordinate systems. They use a least squares method with weighted means based on the spherical models. So like spherical transforms, taking the actual data and then forcing it in to try to transform it over to your presupposed globe doesn't in any way prove the Earth's a globe.
Hell no.
Yeah, we know that. We were trying to lead him there, but he doesn't know that. So
I know, but I'm just curious.
What he knows is a surveyor told me XYZ, therefore XYZ is true because geodetic surveyors make bridges and I can drive across the bridge. So all that, the entire story must be true because I've been across a bridge.
Yeah, shameless plug here. Shameless plug. I'm going to plug my Rumble. I'm live streaming right now because we did so well yesterday. I had 1,000 unique views on yesterday's live stream. I had up to 56 people watching the live stream. So Rumble, it seems to be where it's at. So I'm live streaming now. I think it's kind of cool. So.
Tags! What is your profession? See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.